Welcome to this episode of Live and Loud, and we're deliberately having a focus on Mental Health Awareness Month. So with me is Shihaam Fataar. She's just produced a new product under a new line called Sushi, and we'll talk about that later in the blind test. But I want to talk to Shihaam about her journey with mental wellness and fitness. So a few years ago on your WhatsApp status, I noticed that you were attending Zumba classes every day of the week.
Yeah.
And we've seen you shrink gradually.
Yeah.
Tell me about that initial journey,
I started out with the Zumba. I used to be an introvert. I was like very shy and stuff like that. I started at Virgin Active, and as I walked in, I saw this class. And I see these people are having so much fun. And I thought, I want to do that, And when I tried the class, obviously the first day...
It's a dance, eh?
Yes, it's dance. And I tried the first class, and I obviously didn't know what I was doing. If I was going, when I was going left, I was going right, and I was just having a ball of a time.
Yeah.
And then I just started to go all the time, not even I became better at it, obviously, and I enjoyed it, and I made lots of new friends and stuff like that. And then a year after that, I decided I lost a little bit of weight with the Zumba, but I wanted to do more strength training. I wanted to tone up more, and then I got myself a personal trainer, Nizam Williams. He's from Metamorphosis, and I've been with him.
It's in Belgravia Road,
That is Belgravia Road, yeah. I've been with him for 3.5 years, and he taught me to be really consistent. Even if I'm sick, I'll go. Even if I don't have a proper training session, I go for the day, and it makes me feel good. And eventually I lost, in the first 6 months, I lost about 10 Ks.
Yeah.
And then after that, obviously, it was just like gradual. And then I didn't focus too much on the weight. I focused on how it made me feel.
Okay, now we're going to get there because I went through a similar journey. Right?
Yeah.
I was going through a bona fide midlife crisis. And you can laugh about it, but it's very real. So I was diagnosed by professionals as having anxiety and depression.
Right.
And I was on a regimen of pills, and it started changing me in terms of the kind of person I am.
Okay.
And then I discovered fitness and wellness, and I started eating properly. And initially I went onto one of those eating plans, and I found it wasn't sustainable, right? Like you lose weight quickly, but you get back into you drop off the wagon and you start eating again, and then you're wondering why the scale's not moving. And then I discovered that it was more about the feels, right? So you had some challenges coming your way 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And you said earlier on that it wasn't about the weight so much. It was about those endorphins.
The way it makes me feel, And I wanted everybody to feel the way I was feeling. And everybody was like, so everybody saw what it was doing to me, like my friends and my family, and they could see I'm becoming a different person, more positive, more confident in myself. And that is the reason why I enjoy the training,
But you were saying earlier on, before we started filming, that you used to have these chronic headaches and all these...
I used to always take
the
tablets.
koala, no? The pilla and brille game.
Yeah.
Because look, we're both in our 40s.
Exactly, But alhamdulillah, since I've been training and trying to eat healthier and try to have a better lifestyle, and obviously focusing also on self-care, and I don't even take a Panado even. I don't need a Panado even. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that.
So you're on a natural high.
I'm on a natural high.
So now, it's very difficult to make the leap, right?
Yeah.
So what made Shihaam Fataar say, okay, enough, I'm starting on a new journey now? What was that motivation for you?
I decided I want to take my life back.
Okay.
And I want to get my fire back, Like when we were younger, obviously, we get married and we put all our focus in our husband, family, kids and stuff. You don't make time for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, my kids are a bit bigger now. They're all grown. So I decided, I want to do more things for me.
Yeah.
And that is I enjoyed it. And I also enjoy it. It's not like I don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people go exercising and they don't like it. But I love it. I enjoy training. I enjoy Zumba. That is my stress relief. I look forward to the day,
So if somebody's starting out now and they don't maybe have the resources, times are tight at the moment.
Right.
What do you recommend for somebody who wants to start on a journey of fitness with a view of self-love and realizing their own potential like you did?
Yeah.
What would you recommend to them? How do you start?
I would recommend, obviously, starting with a walk, what maybe twice or thrice a week, and gradually like decide, like see what you really like. Some people like running. I don't like running.
So, yeah,
I'm
can't
not
stand
into
it.
running.
Yeah.
I like to have fun, you know. So I enjoy my training because I've got nice people around me
Yeah.
while I train. I normally train early morning.
Yeah.
I prefer 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I know you've got that glow going on.
Yes. And then normally my Zumba classes is normally in the evening.
Yeah.
So that is my
Cool.
Yeah.
And so Shihaam's just launched a new product a week ago.
Yeah.
And she's got a brand new Instagram account. It's called Shishi.
Shishi juice.
Yeah. And I'm going to be testing it for the first time today on the show. So hold thumbs for me. Because me and juices are a different story. But I've heard good things. So we're going to get back to that later on in the show. When we're going to blind test it. And we're going to leave all Shihaam's details. But well done. It's a really inspiring story. And guys, don't underestimate how you feel. You might not have a clinically diagnosed condition like myself, anxiety and depression, but we're all going through a tough time, and it's being able to recognize this, especially the guys. We can be very toxic. We need to take a step back and look at our own behavior and how can we change that behavior. And I promise you, once you start having a long look at yourself in the mirror, things will change for the better. Today, Live and Loud News will start a journey towards the local government elections on the 1st of November, where candidates will be out for hearts and minds and to get your X on their ballot sheet. So, yeah, I am quite frankly tired of elections now. And I think what's happened with the COVID pandemic, it's brought into sharp focus some of the pettiness. So I've seen politicians go out and kiss babies, wiping dribble off the mouths of pensioners, cutting ribbons. And then this farce of a video pops into my inbox yesterday. And it's a DA councillor in Bonteheuwel, Mr. Angus McKenzie, shooting a Ghostbusters video. Seriously, who are you going to call? Call Angus. Nie ekkie. The residents of Bonteheuwel, I'm not sure what you think of this, but look, it's a beautifully produced video by Nadine Parker. Big ups to him for the production values. But the content, I'm sorry, mate, it's a real send-up of people there in Bonteheuwel because you've been the councillor there for 5 years. So actually, you should call the Ghostbusters for yourself because you've been letting the people down there. If the taps don't run, if the power goes down, and if gangs are operating in your neighborhood, it's on you. And so, I've said this in the past, I just want there to be a little bit of substance. So, a few years ago, 2 years ago to be exact, there was a complaint against the Muir Street Mosque in District 6 where a mayoral committee member promised to review the bylaw. Last week, that bylaw was signed into law and the bylaw wasn't reviewed. There's no mention about call to prayers, the chiming of church bells, or the call to pray called the adhan. So what it means is it's a free-for-all for anybody who wants to complain against a place of worship's call to pray. So what does that mean? It's a broken promise. Take note of these things because that same councillor, Dr. Zaid Badruddin, is running for ward councillor just down the road here in the Athlone area. So we've also seen the ANC do a bit of an Angus McKenzie where they say, we will fix potholes, we will do this, we will do that. What have you been doing for the last 27 years while in power? So voters, don't vote with your sentiment, vote with your head. Your democracy needs you. We can't just run to the polls every 5 years or so. We have to be active citizens. And I sound a little bit like a stuck record because I keep saying this. Make your X, but educate yourself about who these voters are. I mean, these candidates are. And at the same time, read their manifestos. Maybe there's an independent candidate who can do a better job than some of these bigger political parties with the big budgets and all the annoying posters. Want to get a daisy gun so I can take a few pot shots. For Live and Loud News, I'm Shihaam Fataar. Now don't tell the producer, but this is the favorite part for me of the show because I get to sample new goodies and most of the time it's edibles. I know he wants us to branch out and to look at other products across the spectrum, but this blind test is for you guys, the entrepreneurs who's trying to make your move into the market. And there's some amazing people out there doing incredible things. But today we're going to focus on sushi. We spoke to Shihaam Fataar earlier on, and I think the name comes from her name. It's very green. And I'm the first person to try, among the first people to try this out, because it was launched just last week. So before I test it, Shihaam is doing these because of a love for fitness. So you know that there's going to be good products in there. When I started my fitness journey, I was going into that Dischem and Clicks aisle and looking at all the products in there. When I read the ingredients, it makes me very worried, you know. So I'm always out for natural things that you can put back in your body when you've had a workout or pre-workout. So all of these things in here are organic and they're very reasonably priced. And if you have a gym or fitness, personal fitness training thing, you can ask your clients if they would like to stock these. You can leave it in the fridge, and after their workout, they can grab a one, and Shihaam will deliver those if the quantities are right. So please support it. But let me quickly just taste this thing. It came chilled. That is so liquor. I mean, it doesn't, when you look at something green like this and you think, I don't know, but the taste is so yummy. I'm picking up banana in there, I'm picking up some spinach, and it's all the kind of things that when it's served up on a plate, you kind of like, oh no, I don't want to eat spinach, my mommy's not here, so I don't need to. But I mean, she's taken all the hard work out and filled it up with a handful of nutrients that you can sip. It's very tasty, it's chilled, so perfect for after a workout. Guys, workouts are not just about losing weight or cutting that V or your pecs or your arms. It's about how you feel. Shihaam said it perfectly in the first segment. It's about getting your life, your fitness and your mental wellness all in synergy so that you can be a better version of yourself. So in this mental health awareness month, I want everybody to just take a step back. Life is very fast at the moment. Make the right decisions, and that includes eating properly and consuming things that's good for you. So have a look. Sushi, they're on Instagram. It's sushi_CPT, I think. But they did shishi_juice, and it will be here somewhere. Here, superimposed onto your screen. And until next week, have a good one and listen to yourself, listen to your body, and don't be so hard on yourself. So today, while you're watching this video, start making the right choices. You know, your life and your family will benefit from it. So until next week, I'm Shihaam Fataar with Live and Loud.